You are already in present. There has never been a moment outside of it. You cannot step outside of now to enter now. You cannot step outside of present to enter present. Even the attempt to be present is happening here. Every method you have heard, every instruction to stay in the moment, stay present, appears within the very thing it is pointing to. The search assumes a distance, but where could that distance exist? Notice this carefully. Listening is happening now. Thinking about what is being heard is happening now. Agreement or disagreement is also happening in the present moment. The present is not something to enter, it is what remains before, during, and after every effort to reach it. Reading about methods, collecting instructions, trying to remain present, trying to stay aware, trying to silence thought. Even this can become another activity, another attempt to survive somewhere. But consider this carefully. Presence is not something to enter, it is not a state to maintain, it is not a location to reach. There is no outside of it. Even now, while listening, this is the only place experience is happening. The present does not need to be created. It does not need protection. It does not need effort. It is already the case. What makes it seems distant is not absence, but unfamiliarity. This presence requires nothing, and because it requires nothing, it can feel like boredom. The mind, uncomfortable with simplicity, creates movement. Plans, memories, comparison, spiritual practices, endless refinement. Not because they are always necessary, but because stillness feels empty. Notice how comparison works. Standing before a mirror, an image appears. Instantly, it is measured against how it looked years ago. Age is created in that comparison. Same thinking of someone loved, memory forms an image. The mind says they are not here, and suffering follows. Not because the present lacks anything, but because thought moved away into an image of what was. This movement is subtle, not geographical, mental. The body remains here, thought travels. And in that movement, problems are born, solutions are invented, striving continues. All based on living, not physically, but conceptually. Yet even this movement appears in the present. It has never actually been escaped. There is a habit of doing something, even in stillness, thinking continues. Planning what to do next, replaying what has been done. Often unnecessary, not required for survival, not demanded by danger, just habit. Trying to break the habit is another movement, another doing. But simply noticing it is different. Notice that this moment is here without effort. Notice that awareness is already present before any attempt to hold it. Notice that there is no way to step outside of now. This noticing requires no practice. And in seeing that there is nowhere else to be, the habit begins to soften. Not through force, not through discipline, but through clarity. Remaining here is not an achievement, it is alignment with what has always been unfolding, like a river flowing without instruction. To rest as this is the only real safety, not merely physical safety, but freedom from the suffering created by mental departure from what is already here. Nothing needs to be added. This is where everything is happening.